Hey everybody, I figured I'm going to do a retro unbox video because apparently that's the new thing to do. So, a while ago, my buddy John hooked me up with this Warhammer Battle for Skull Pass, Warhammer Fantasy Battles. Hooked me up with it, paid him exactly what he paid for it when he bought it brand new, which was $65 back in the day when this was released. I really only bought it for the Night Goblin side, so I could use them for D&D. But as I've been reading more and more of the rules, which I'll get into here in just a second, I found that I really liked it a lot more than Age of Sigmar. So let's go ahead and unbox this, and just to let you know, just to give you an idea, this video is being made after I already put together the troll, which we'll see here real quick. Just got him primed in white. One piece of terrain for the Night Goblin side, which is a beautiful piece. Plan to paint that up soon. Also plan to put an LED in here, because I have an LED that'll actually fit, so it'll glow. And one of the doors, because my wife said I had to paint a dwarf for some reason. I really have no interest in dwarfs, but hey, I might now. And then 6 of the little Night Goblins. So yeah, those are already off the sprue. I figured, you know what, let me stop and go ahead and do this unbox real quick. Show you what you get in the box. Okay, so box, beautiful box art. I have been told on the Warhammer Fantasy Battles page on Facebook that this is a near perfect box set. As you can see, this is everything that comes in the box here. It comes with 100 miniatures, which you can't get that with 40k now. Yeah, 100 miniatures. So you got the dwarf side all over here. Here's all the Night Goblin stuff. Contents of the box. Ranges. Explosive, flamer, dice. I know there's a scatter dice in there. The Battle for Skull Pass. And the mini rulebook. And what I came to find out was this mini rulebook is actually the full rules. So I ended up having to cancel an agreement I had with somebody for that huge tome that's like this big. That's the 8th edition rulebook, because I actually don't need it, and it's actually going to save me some time, because the agreement was I'd trade that for some painting. Yeah, I'll be able to focus more on my stuff. So anyway, so you get the rulebook, obviously. This is about the extent of the color images that you see here. That's about it. It gives some baselines, some base status lines, or stat lines for the various armies. You're still going to need the army books, so if you could find them, get them. And I believe that's the last page. Everything else is just black and white. But this is the full rule book. And it's pretty extensive. Very extensive. Excuse me. Total page count of the rules in this small format. We'll not go into this because this is more basic characteristics. So if you get up to basic characteristics, you're looking at 123 pages of rules. So we'll put that aside. So of course you got the sprues. You can see where I took some of them off. Everything comes in the gray. These are just your Night Goblins, your shooters, and your stabbers. This has a mix of Night Goblin Spider Riders. There's one orc, not an orc, I'm sorry, dwarf totem right here. More dwarf stuff over here. Little pieces of terrain right here. And of course the cannon, and I'm not sure what this is. I think it's like some type of treasure. Gotta look at it. More Spider Riders, orcs for days. Why do I keep saying orcs? Night Goblins. I'm working on orcs at the time too. But yeah, Night Goblins all over the place. Beautiful. And your dwarves. Dwarves are pretty much everything in here is single piece mold, so they're super clean, super easy to get cleaned up. Shouldn't take you much time. Most time you're going to take is to paint them, as is obvious. I think he's going to get red hair. I think they're called Fire Slayers. And as I said on that Facebook page, you know, if you're listening, I know next to nothing about fantasy. I really don't. The purpose for, like I said, the purpose of all this was to play for D&D. That's not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna use these straight up. Some Spider Rider bases right here. Then lots of these smaller bases. These are, they're not the 1 inch. I can't remember what they're called, what size they are exactly. But you can see I already used up the sprue, obviously. And that sprue. Battle for Skull Pass. Read this first. Probably should have. This has got some nice artwork in there. It's full color. Don't know if those guys are still working at GW. Guide to assembling your miniature warrior profiles, 10, so on and so forth. Paint your models. Don't know if he's still there. Doubt it. Yeah, very beautiful. Very nice artwork. This looks very clean, very simple to follow. So it should make for an easy way to intro into this game, which I need to learn, to be honest with you, what their movement trays setup is like. It looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 in one movement tray, and they've got 4, 8, 12. The dwarves have 12. I guess just depending on the type. That's another thing. I'm gonna have to get some movement trays. Setting up your first battle. Using other models. Okay. Dragon Slayer, Boris Granitskin. Almost looks like he's just wearing a loincloth and is running around like a wee baby. And I already made him. I gotta make this one. Gotta build him. Other rules, as well as introducing blah 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 blah. The usual GW stuff. Painting your models, very handy little thing there. I do have some painted up in Night Goblins that I did before. I keep wanting to say Orcs, but I should not. But yeah, my army, predominant army is going to be Goblins and Orcs. I do have some old Chaos Warriors, or I think they were Chaos Marauders. I'll show you here in a moment. So anyway, that's that. And there's 2 spell cards, which I'm going to have to see how they play. So I think that's all that was in there. First the dice, and your templates, which as you can see have never been taken off. I did look, and your range sticks. I'd rather use a ruler. But anyway, I have seen online the old Warhammer Fantasy ones that are very decorative for a fairly decent price. So I think I may invest in those. So as we put these away, let's put these over here. I'm putting these away real quick because I do intend to do Spider Riders here momentarily. You know me, I do the impromptu videos. So the first, these are 4 Night Goblins I got some time ago. I want to say about 2 years ago. No, I want to say more like 7 years ago. So yeah, we got that one. I've had these for a while. I got to rebase them. Yeah, this is when I very first really started getting into miniature painting. I don't think they look too bad, but I do want to rebase, or rather update the text with base with some texture flocking. These guys right here. Then I did have a regiment of black orcs. I got 3 more over there. Unfortunately, I have somehow lost the bodies to the rest of them. So I've only got 6 black orcs out of that regiment, and I believe it was a 25-piece regiment box. yeah, I lost the bodies to them. So I'm going to be getting the, whatever they're called from AOS, the Iron Skulls, Iron Jaws. Since they're basically the black orcs, just painted yellow. But I'm going to paint them like this. I really do like this, the way these guys came out. This was the boss. This was the Orc War boss. And I really do like how he came out. Using Blood for the Blood God. And I actually got, you know what? I got these when Blood for the Blood God first came out. When it was first released by Citadel. That's how old these guys are. I don't know how long the previous owner had them for. But yeah. That's how long I've had these particular orcs for. So anyway. Let me know what you think. If you're looking forward to this. If you think you want to get back into old Warhammer 40 Warhammer Fantasy battles, because we don't know what the hell the old world is all about. GW has been really tight-lipped about it, and my understanding from the rumor mill I've heard is that the old world is going to be a specialist game through Forge World, which means you're going to pay more money for something that already existed. And I know a couple of my friends that did play Warhammer Fantasy who made all their bases round are kind of pissed about that. So yeah, that's going on too. Anyway, again, impromptu video. I'm going to start getting to work on these goblins. Alright, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Remember, the judge comes back into the office tomorrow.